Hi, I would like to welcome you virtually to my backyard. I'm Trista Zinn. I'm the founder of HYPOPRESSIVE Canada and a course instructor. And I have with me today Teisa EARHART, who is here from Minnesota. And she has taken all 3 levels of the hypopressive technique and has come to chat with us about her personal journey as well as her professional journey with the technique. Teisa, how are you doing?
I'm doing well. Thank you, Trista. And thank you so much for inviting me today.
Yeah, it's good to see you again, as always.
So, well, you asked me about my journey and something I'm very, very passionate about. Having you come into my life was truly life-changing because of where I was at. I didn't know the word prolapse, but my gynecologist said, hey, we should look at this. So I went for another checkup, and they said, your uterus is very low. We should do something about that. Well, I knew it was low because my tampons wouldn't stay in, but I just thought that was part of getting older. No, you're done having kids. Let's just take your uterus out. Sure, fine. Life was good. No periods, right? No more cramps going on. And then start, oh my gosh, you're laughing and you pee your pants. Oh my gosh, you walk too far and you can't get home in time. You go to the grocery store and it's everything you can do to get in the door quick enough to go. Well, you talk to your sisters and your friends and like, yeah, you know, when you get older, those things happen. So then I go to my doctor again and she does another exam. She said, Teisa, your bladder is really low. We should do something about this. I'm like, okay. So again, I went to a specialist. They recommended a pessary to wear. Never heard of it, but okay, they put it in. Well, for me, it didn't work. For one, by the time I left, it was already hanging way too low. By the next morning, I was completely broke out in hives. Turns out I was allergic to the material that it was made out of. So I'm like, okay. I was just devastated. It's like, what do I do? I literally was crying. Thank goodness Facebook and Google know what you're talking about and what you're searching for. And up on Facebook came a Facebook page about prolapse. So I was scrolling through there, listening to other people's stories. It's like, wow, this is more common than I realized.
Yep.
Then Trista, your name started popping up and hypopressives. I'm like, what is this? I had tried a few other things I had ordered online, but people were just raving about the changes they saw. So I contacted you and we did Skype sessions.
Yeah.
And I still remember the day I called you after I had another physical exam, and I'd gone from a grade 3 to a grade 1.
I remember.
Oh my, and the first time you go to the grocery store and come home and realize you hadn't searched out the bathrooms while you were at the grocery store. Or you can go on a walk and it's not having to wear a pad because you know you're going to leak by the time you get home. Just like psychologically, it's so different. My traveling, you know, I used to have to wear pants and all of that. It's like just emotionally, just life-changing. So at the same time, I was visiting with Dr. Megan, which I now work in her office, and I was sharing my journey with her too. And when I told her the improvements, we both looked at each other at the same time and said, we need this in Minnesota, we need this in the USA. Yeah. And Dr. Megan said, Teisa, you do whatever it takes to make it happen here. And I'm like, okay, let's go. So I said, I think you were going to actually visit in LA. Is that where your brother is?
Yes. Yeah.
We're doing a weekend, just a weekend short thing, not a teaching thing. And I tried real hard to make that happen, but it just was too quick, too soon, and too expensive. And, but a couple weeks after that, you were teaching a level 1 in Canada.
In Vancouver, right?
Yes.
I think it was. Yes, I remember. Yeah.
Yeah. So I hopped on a plane and I just sat there the whole time. I'm sure my mouth was open every time you looked at me, just amazed at what we were learning and what you were teaching and the people that were there and the lives that you were changing. It just, okay. So how do I make that happen? I wanted to be a qualified teacher. I didn't want to learn this. So I also did a lot of personal trainer classes, and I've done other breath classes and other things just to identify with what it was I was learning. But everything I learn, it comes back to how awesome HYPOPRESSIVE is and what a great technique it is. So that's my story. I continue to use HYPOPRESSIVEs several times a week, if not 7, because it's just that reminder to my body about where things should be and how things should function. It's that go-to in the morning to help wake up. It's that, oh, I had a busy day, I feel all tense, so I can use that to relax out.
Yeah.
Yeah. So then starting, Dr. Megan had enough clients that she could refer to me. And it was interesting how many of them were also having digestive problems like I had had. And when you think about it, how much your core and all your organs depend on balance and stability and muscle tone and muscle function to get one end to the other, and how dysfunctional that becomes when you're not in a good place. It just, the same thing, the people would call me up, Teisa, I worked a whole shift and I didn't have to run to the bathroom. Teisa, I don't have heartburn anymore. Just,
Yeah.
it's just incredible.
And I think too, part of it, a lot of times, it sounds like you agree, but they come to you for one goal, and then they realize, wait a minute, I'm actually having bowel movements every morning, but that wasn't necessarily their initial goal, right? And they start to notice other things that they feel, is it possible that I feel kind of lighter or taller and more abdominal tone, when really they just came for you for incontinence? But when you're looking at the core, it involves digestion, circulation, posture, everything. So especially when you're talking about the respiratory diaphragm. And you've been an amazing advocate in the US and Minnesota. And I know you've had me back a couple of times for level 1s, level 2s. And yeah, it's been awesome working with you and seeing you actually go through this journey. One is an amazing facility. I love going there. When the COVID thing is passed, I'm going to come back.
Right.
Yeah, 100%.
Wasn't sure. The last time you were here, I think it was a week later, everything started shutting down.
We are just at the point where we were hand sanitizing and kind of on the alert, but not crazy mode.
And that timing was such a blessing as well, just like everything you do is, because that group that we trained at level 1 was mostly physical therapists.
Yes.
And how eye-opening for them in their practice to now have something that they can give more hope to and more knowledge to their clients. So to have all those people in Minnesota out there, and just in their realm, knowing that they can that their clients can maybe take classes or do more sessions than what they're allowed in a physical therapy section. Now they continue to refer over to me, those ones that want to continue on and to learn more, and it just keeps continuing to grow.
The networking is so important. To network with the pelvic physios, the osteos, massage therapists, etc., so we can guide our clients with a team approach. Right, which is so key. For sure. And so your classes are going well with the women that you're seeing, the postnatal, pre-postnatal classes that you've been working?
So that's something new that we're putting into the works for the future. Over the summer, we really didn't have people into the clinic too much. Trying to be respectful to that. There's other ways we can teach people, but in the works of how can we help women prevent this from happening in the first place? And a lot of times somebody has to get to almost trauma state or before they look for help, but it needs to, with postnatal women just need to know, it just needs to be a part of their life. It just like they know the word yoga, just like they know the exercises that they do, they need to be aware of there are things that will help them in the recovery. There are things that will help them prior to getting pregnant to help their core function better while they're pregnant. And so we're setting out on a journey to help target those women and to hopefully get them to a place where they know in their mind, oh, I'm noticing something's different or isn't functioning right. I know where I'm going to go. I'm going to go learn HYPOPRESSIVEs. Versus it's years and years later and it's not talked about and they don't even have a clue that anything is even changing. you know, like us. Oh, it's just part of getting old. We didn't realize how much of a change was happening inside of our bodies. So we want to educate women more to be more connected with what's happening vaginally and in their core, so they know that when something's different, that they should seek out answers rather than just, oh, that's just what it is. So
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. And they can use it for prevention as well as restoration.
Right, right,
Preventative technique as well as a maintenance technique or restorative technique. Yeah.
right.
And we're
Yeah,
seeing it, I'm sure you as well, with men as well as women.
right,
We want to
right.
train the true function of their core, right? Instead of
Mhm.
the superficial core, which is all abdominal centric exercises, which I'm
Right,
not saying are bad. We're just saying that don't forget about the deep system,
right,
right? You
right.
need to have this balance. And yeah,
Mhm.
yeah,
Mhm. Yeah, I've seen several clients that are men as well, and just, yes, it helps their pelvic function and things go better. But what I hear the most is when they're doing activities and sports.
yeah,
Wow, I had more energy. Wow, I could, my breathing was easier.
yeah,
Wow, I had more endurance. My husband plays what's called frisbee golf.
yeah,
So everybody knows what a frisbee is. It's actually called disc golf because it's set
yeah,
up like a golf course. But his range of motion throwing, because he's become more mobile in his thoracic area, and his breath and his just everything. He comes home and is like, I can't believe I made that shot today.
yeah.
Thank you.
Oh,
So,
yeah,
yeah, yeah.
yeah. That's awesome.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. So it is a beautiful journey. And like you said, Winagor and Dr. Megan has been so supportive of how can we teach the world with this. And I know you've done a podcast with Dr. Megan.
Yeah.
So if anyone
Oh, yeah,
hears
that's right.
today,
Yeah,
search that out as well on her website. Because the more we get the word out there, the more people realize, oh, there are options. The more they seek us out, the more they talk to other people, the more women don't have to suffer for so many years before they can find a solution, and or the more people won't have the problems in the first place, right?
exactly. Yep, 100%. Well, Teisa, thank you very much for coming. I will have all your information posted with this post. So if someone's looking for a class or needs your services, they can easily find you.
All
And
right.
it was great catching up. I hope to see you again soon in real life, hopefully, right? When all is back to normal. So enjoy the rest of your summer, whatever is left of it. And I will catch up to you soon. Thanks
Thank
again.
you very much, Trista. It was great to see you.